So you think you want to put your house on the market, but you don't know if you should wait till summer, spring, winter, who knows when to put it on? Well, that's perfect, because in this video today, we're going to go over the 3 pros and cons of why spring's a good time for you. What's going on, everybody? Kyle Powers here with Haven Real Estate Group at eXp Realty. Hey, thank you so much for checking out these videos. I really do appreciate it. I create these for you, the buyers, the sellers, everybody that's interested in Manhattan. Today, we're going to cover a couple things, so let's just jump right into it. First thing on our list for pros of why you need to sell your house in the spring: better weather conditions. That's right, everybody always talks about, oh, the spring market's the best market, blah, 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 blah. Well, it is. I mean, there's some truth to that, right? So going into that side of it and saying, having those better weather conditions, you know, the days are longer, the days are warmer, people are in a better mood because all of that kind of stuff kind of plays into it, right? You don't, when you're in a nice dreary day, don't really have, it's cold out, don't want to be outside, all that kind of stuff, everybody's mood just lowers. So when you have those sunny days, when you have those extra stuff there, you have that opportunity. Having that is as the ability to actually create a better mood, better weather conditions, and it actually makes your house show a little bit better. Second thing on our list is going to be higher demand. Just as I said, better weather conditions, better mood, all of that extra stuff. Well, this is typically when the buyers come out of the woodwork, right? So you get into, they're in a better mood, they're getting out of the house, they're going through that stuff. And on top of that, they've been cooped up in their house all winter long. So whether they're renting or whether they're own their house, they've been cooped up in their house and they're like, you know what? I just need out of this. Our house is too small, it's too dirty, it's too whatever. Needs updated, whatever that case may be. It lets these buyers come out of the woodwork. So there's a much higher demand of what you are, or who's looking to buy a house. So when you go through it, that's when you get people with school age kids that they're like, you know what? We want to get the house going. We want to get it bought. We want to buy it and then be settled and ready to go by next school year. That gives them an ample amount of time. So school getting out in May. So start looking for a house in that March, April time period. Then that allows them to get settled in June, July, and then ready to go back in August. So that's one of the big things because there's a higher demand for our second one on the list. Third thing on our list also kind of goes to the fact that buyers typically get their tax refunds in the spring. So what happens is they have an ample amount or a different amount or a bigger amount of money that they're able to put down on the purchase of a house, on the closing costs, for the down payment, whatever that may be. Some people, I was talking to somebody the other day and they're getting like $10,000 back in tax returns. So with that tax refund, they're actually doing something good with it and they're going out and buying a house. So that also allows for a different time or better opportunity for you to get the house out there and get it in front of them saying, hey, buy our house, we're here to help and get you guys moving along. Those are the 3 pros of actually selling your house in the spring. And don't worry, there's a lot more of those. And if you have any questions or anything like that, please put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And we can also add to this video or change the video as well. Thank you so much for watching these videos. I really do appreciate it. If you do enjoy this content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Go and hit that little bell so you get notified of any future content. And give us that like because it does help us grow our channel. Now on to the cons. First thing on our list for the cons is going to be higher competition. Yes, I know I'm not telling you anything that you haven't heard before, but that's the case, is that everybody else has already heard this as well. So putting your house on the market in the March time frame or the springtime time frame, so the March, April, May time period, is nothing new. So you're going to have a much higher competition. So your neighbor may be selling their house, your other neighbor might be selling your house. Heck, I've seen 10 houses in one neighborhood before go on the market. Now, the good thing to that is we separate ourselves by condition of your home. We separate ourselves by price. We separate ourselves by incentives, things like that you can actually combat some of these cons. And so that's one of the big things that we need to do. And that's why talking to somebody, a professional about it, and seeing what those can be is very important. So first one on our list for cons is higher competition. Second thing on our list is increased pressure. Now, what I mean by that is because there's more competition, because there's more of that out there, what happens then is that the buyers can say, okay, well, I've narrowed it down to 4 houses or 3 houses or even 2 houses, right? And they go in and they say, hey, we are very interested in all 3 of these houses. We're gonna start with you. We like your house. But if you don't get to our terms or whatever that may be, we'll go to house number 2 or we'll go to house number 3 or whatever that is, because there are more houses out there. So that pressure of selling the house, coming into the terms and all that kind of stuff is prevalent. But again, if you have a good real estate agent, a professional real estate agent, someone who knows what they're doing, you will be able to navigate a lot of that. So having that higher pressure, I don't think you should feel it, but I think that you should know that it's there, so that way you're aware of the fact that it could happen. So having that there, number 2 on our list is the higher pressure. Number 3 on our list is probably one of my biggest ones that I personally hate doing, but seasonal maintenance. So let's say that you've been just hanging out all winter long and you've decided that you finally want to do it, but you've neglected maintenance. You've neglected, or last spring, like myself, or last fall, I guess, I didn't do my flower beds. I didn't do my yard. I didn't do a lot of the things that I needed to do. So now my maintenance is coming up where I need to finish the flower beds. I need to get the trimming done. I need to get the yard reseeded. I need to do all of these things that need to happen. And then the grass starts growing. So then I need to stay on top of the mowing, stay on top of all that stuff, because you want to make sure it shows well whenever you are looking to sell it. Now, I'm not saying that it has to be pristine, perfect condition, but everyone talks about curb appeal for a reason. So if you make sure that the house looks good as you come into it, and making sure that you pull up, you're like, oh man, this is a beautiful place. The lawn's cut, the flower beds look good, the paint looks good, and the list goes on and on and on. You want to make sure that you keep up on that maintenance, keep up on the deferred maintenance that you did during the winter months and everything there. So that's a good idea to make sure you kind of keep in mind. Again, none of these things are a major thing of things, the reason you shouldn't sell your house in the spring, because having this time and having this opportunity to sell your house, houses typically go higher in price. They typically have that because the other side of that is you have multiple buyers. So if you have a good home, you're gonna get multiple offers, potentially. Obviously, we don't know that for sure, but that's one of the big things there. Thank you so much for checking these videos out. I really do appreciate it. This is one of the things that I enjoy doing. I love creating these videos for you, the consumer. If you are interested in buying, selling, investing, or anything real estate related, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. My phone number is 785-477-5485. My email is kyle@homesforsalemhk.com. And as always, if you do enjoy these videos, go and hit that subscribe button. Go and hit that little bell so you get notified of any future content. And give us that like, because it does help us grow the channel. Well, again, if you have any questions about you listing your house or when you should list your house, please reach out. But otherwise, I appreciate you watching these videos, and we'll see you in the next one.